everybody. Sorry to take you away from your scintillating conversations and food, but we just want to have a few minutes for a program to celebrate the end of the year. My name is Hanson Hossein. For those who are visitors, I'm the director of the Communication Leadership Program, and I'm absolutely thrilled to welcome you all. This is our Screen Summit, and every year as we do this, we celebrate and recognize some of our students for some of the work that they've done, and you've had a chance to check out some of the work on display. But we actually hand out awards every year too, and we have 4 awards for graduating students, as well as a 5th award that was granted by the full Department of Communication 2 weeks ago. So the 5 awards are Research, Leadership, Community, Story, and Creativity. And because she's so good at it, my colleague Lisa Kuchu will present for Research. Lisa. Get up first.
I'm not going on that. That doesn't look safe. Yeah, thanks, Scott. So I am very pleased to introduce the 2016 Research Award that goes to Jeffrey Friedrich. I might be a little bit biased because I worked with him. So Jeff, if you could come on up. The Faculty Awards for Outstanding Completed Research, and that's key there, completed. A lot of research gets started and not completed, and not just by students. They're set to provide support and honor for students who have completed research projects, and this is one of the 4 categories that the larger department gives research awards for. Jeff completed an independent research project, which you can view over here with him, entitled Assessing the Best Methods for Teaching Interpersonal Communication Skills to Physicians in Training, a Systematic Review. He reviewed the current literature on teaching interpersonal communication to residents for both teaching strategies and their effectiveness, and then he crafted a paper that set forth best practices to help other resident directors, which sounds like a dorm, sorry, that's not right, residency program directors teach their residents. And as of yesterday, he sent me a completed draft that he is actually submitting for publication. So this is a highly successful beginning to end research project. So congratulations, Jeff. And now I would like to introduce Heather to present the Leadership Award.
Thank you, Lisa. I am delighted to announce, and by the way, we did not tell these students, aside from Jeff who got his a couple of weeks ago, we didn't tell them they're winners ahead of time. We know they're winners, but they will be surprised by this. I'm delighted to announce that the 2016 Leadership Award goes to Kirsten O'Brien. That was just so you all know that they're not faking their surprise. So this award recognizes a student who has exemplified leadership qualities in a course, across courses, or in the program and community. Kirsten embodies the essence of this award. She has served as editor and co-editor for Flip the Media, our blog. She coordinated and led the South by Southwest Flip the Media coverage in Austin this spring. She pursued fieldwork in Ghana, looking at communication technologies and development under the supervision of the iSchool's Dr. Arabase, who also teaches in our program, and developed white papers on her findings. All 3 are important contributions that have high impact for our Comm Lead community and the community at large. Congratulations, Kirsten. I'd now like to invite my colleague Anita Verna Crofts to present the Community Award.
Thank you, Heather. So I am delighted to announce tonight that the 2016 Community Award goes to Matt McWilliams. Now, when I met Matt and his family, and his parents were up from Texas, and his wife yesterday, we said, so we'll see you at Screen Summit, right? And he goes, oh, no, we're taking a trip around Washington State. And Heather, very wisely, she was right next to me, she said, should we tell him that he got the award? So we did. We let Matt know, but I'd like to ask Rick McPherson to come up and accept the award in his honor, because Rick McPherson nominated Matt, and I'm going to give you a little bit of insight. This award recognizes that our connections as a program with our community, both within Comm Lead and in the broader community, make us who we are. The award recognizes a student whose work to strengthen our community connections makes us stronger, smarter, and more collaborative. And in Rick's class, Matt designed a business plan called called Double Up Atlanta, and it epitomizes community collaboration. His proposed nonprofit would bring together local businesses, government, and communities to help people with the high cost of housing by matching people who want or need to rent out rooms or share housing with people who need that housing. And so we congratulate Matt for this kind of community-oriented work. We thank Rick for the kind of work that he does with students. And so please join me in congratulating Matt with Rick as proxy. We have yes. And now. And now I'd like to invite my colleague Scott Macklin to come up and introduce the Story Award.
Thank you, Anita. And the winner. I'm delighted to announce that the 2016 Story Award goes to Leigh Burmesch, and she can't be here today, so in the, the Tom Hanks movie, Burmesch, you are the winner. Can you hold this for a second? Yeah. Stories are the center of our work, and this award recognizes a graduating student whose storytelling moved beyond the classroom to draw attention to a pressing human issue, positively influencing the work of a client and/or demonstrating superb instincts for what and how to tell a story that persuades. Leigh's film, Superfan, beautifully and touchingly tells a story of Chris Brannon, a longtime Supersonics fan, and his 7-year quest to bring basketball back to Seattle. Leigh's film was screened at SIFT this year, immediately preceding Full Court, the Spencer Haywood story about Seattle Supersonic star legend and Hall of Famer Spencer Haywood. So congratulations to Leigh. And if we can get, do we have her award? We'll get a photo with this and Leigh, and that way we can send it to her.
Is there a place they can watch that?
Oh, and the film is, you can watch it online. It's shot, it's beautiful. How many of you seen it? Yeah? Nice? Okay. All right. Where's the camera go?
She's from Canada.
Oh, okay. I'm going to ask you to hold
Yeah.
it. Here, just not me. All right, for Leigh. And I want to make sure I stick to the script because I've gone off it a couple times. I would now like to invite my colleague Hanson Hossein to present the Creativity Award.
You know, it's taken Scott 9 years to pronounce my last name properly, so I'm really thrilled. I should just give him an award for that. And Molly, thanks for making such beautiful awards. Those are really, really nice. Yeah. So I'm awarding for creativity, but I don't think the recipient for creativity is here. It goes to Samantha Hautea. Is Samantha here? No, that's too bad. Well, she was at graduation yesterday. So this recognizes a student who took a class assignment and developed it into something that was both novel and useful, which in other words means truly creative, using the requirements of the assignment to explore beyond the boundaries of the course. I'll read a bit from the script because I'll mess it up otherwise. Samantha's creativity has been evident in several projects. Pushing the boundaries of a course is a hallmark of her work, and I know that for certain from all the interaction I've had with her over the last couple of years. Specifically, we are honoring Samantha for the development of modding, a legal and ethical introduction for responsible game developers. In this law course project, Samantha took an intriguing topic like modding and in a novel manner analyzed its legal and ethical implications related to copyright, Craig Baker's here, he must love that, minors' privacy, and pre-release promotion. Additionally, her deliverable was unique and useful, an annotated infographic designed to educate medium-sized video game developers on best practices. So congratulations to Samantha.
Bring up Brenda, because it was her.
Oh, Brenda was a professor. Brenda, you want to come up and take that? So Brenda Tausch Lepore. And Brenda, I just want to thank you because I know that class was such a huge success and you really helped our students develop some really creative work, so thank you for that.
Yay! You got it?
Yep. Okay, and now, before we're done with the rewards, but I just want to briefly recognize the Communication Leadership Alumni Fellows who are here tonight. I want to thank Carolyn Higgins, who was the outgoing manager of this year. I don't think she's here, but just a big thank you for her. And a very warm welcome to the incoming Alumni Fellows Manager, Aubrey Donovan. Aubrey.
Thank you. All right, well, we had a very successful year last year, and I know we're going to have an even more successful year next year because we have an amazing class of fellows, and I think everyone's here. So if you want to raise your hand if you're a new fellow this year, we have Ross Reynolds, Greg Bilson, Fritz Kessler, trying to see Jill Becker, Jill Reddish, and Hautea, and Carol. Yep. So we're going to have a great year next year. It's going to be really exciting. So thank you.
Thanks, Aubrey. We have a lot of food and wine that I definitely want you all to consume before you leave, but I just want to say a few more words before we go. First, over the last couple of weeks, we've had some pretty important events, including graduation, where we've had some stellar people earn their degrees with us and are moving off into the world to do amazing work. Last weekend, we did this incredible event in collaboration with our friends at Facebook and Amazon on the future of storytelling and content, especially as virtual reality and the Internet of Things begin to take hold. And so our program is very much positioning itself for the next wave, frankly, of how we communicate as these technologies begin to transcend the screen. In fact, the hashtag which trended in Seattle during that event is Beyond Screen, as we go beyond all these things that we've become so glued to. I think actually a few years from now we'll be able to identify movies and TV shows from 2015, 2016 with all of this, because it'll be much more invisible, but much more pervasive at the same time. So it's just a really important time, and our program is beginning to make a change as well in terms of a focus more on the value and currency of human relationships. The technology certainly matters and enables that and scales it, but you got to first start with the quality of the human relationship, and that's something we're continuing to emphasize in our program. So that's why we're proud to have both our digital media masters and our masters in community and network, and together that is communication leadership. And to me, in many ways, there's nobody who really embodies this more than somebody this is her last day with us in the program, Dr. Lisa Kuchu, and I don't know how many of you actually got a chance to have interaction with Lisa. But she's had enough of us. I actually was, when I was thinking about Lisa, there's all these acronyms among millennials like BFF and all that stuff. And I was thinking that for Lisa, I've known Lisa since 2007. I met her on my first day at the University of Washington. And to me, she represents TFF. And the T, it's like tough, she's fair, and she's funny. Nobody knows that she's funny except for us, but she's actually quite funny. But with Lisa, she helped me to become the educator that I am. She made me better. And over the last 4 years, she helped as we made the transition from a pure master's in digital media to the communication leadership program. She made us all better. She brought us amazing principles in terms of how we should align ourselves with our learning objectives. She helped our faculty become, frankly, world-class faculty. Our program has never been stronger because of the work that Lisa and the rigor that she brought to us. And so I'm really proud to have called her my colleague during these last 4 years. She'll definitely continue to be my friend forever, but she definitely deserves being called out and recognized for the amazing woman, professional, academic instructor that she is. I also just want to note that when the biggest problem that Lisa had coming into our program was that we were very digital still, and she was the most analog person I knew. She had a notebook, she used a pen, and so it was a real ordeal. I had to be very this is like, I spent a lot of time in the Middle East. Like, this is like Middle East negotiations, peace plan. Can I get Lisa to use Google Calendar? Can I get Lisa to use an Evernote, And now, Lisa is the campus's expert on learning technology. She has an iPad, an iPhone, a MacBook, and she is more connected. She's teaching us how to use this stuff, and she's using Slack. So we're going to miss her, but I think we converted her along the way too. So Lisa, thank you very much. We have a couple of gifts, but do you want to have Lisa say a few words first?
We have to have Lisa say a few words. It wouldn't be handsome.
Okay.
So there's a joke that I always get Lisa to say a few words, but I never give her warning that she's going to say a few words.
Never. Even when I say to him, now Hanson, we're having a meeting tomorrow. Did you want me to say anything? And he'll say, oh, no, you're good. And then we'll be at the meeting. He'll say, and Lisa has a few things to say. So, yeah.
She's at her best when she's not prepared.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel really at my best. This has been amazing to be associated with you. And I know that I haven't gotten to know as many of you as I would have liked. But I plan to come back and teach in the program. So if you decide to be here long term, hopefully I'll see you. But I hope that you feel in the instruction that you get in the classroom and the quality of the courses that we offer, and in these two really connected but separate tracks of thinking about communication leadership. I hope you feel every once in a while this little sort of giggle in the background, because that's me. Having fun and enjoying sort of having an opportunity to be a little bit of the behind-the-scenes person helping these masters of education and camaraderie do their work. So thanks so much for having me be a part of your world for a while.
Thanks, Lisa, for everything. I'm going to give one gift to Lisa, and Anita will give the other one. One of the burdens that Lisa had to bear during her time in communication leadership was putting up with Scott Macklin and I in our meetings. Scott and I are deep aficionados of fantasy, and our conversations were often
Please define the fantasy.
often tinged with cultural references to this book. So Anita is going. Anita's going on a plane ride tomorrow, so I figured she could have some light reading with her. It's just for this. Anita, sorry.
4 years you called me the wrong.
It's short hair. It's called me Anita too. Anyway, Lisa, a little bit of light reading for you for this summer, and congratulations. And that's okay. We'll get you the Kindle version too.
Yeah, exactly. I can see this.
And I just want to add, for folks that don't know, we are so excited because Lisa is heading off, I think, as of 5 o'clock tonight on sabbatical officially. And at the end of her sabbatical, there's going to be something very exciting, which will be revealed in the form of a book. But in the meantime, along with this well-known tome that Hanson has now passed on to you, you don't have to open this right now, but the colors should give you some indication. One of the things that I know about Lisa is that one of her favorite places in the world is on beaches where there's beach glass. And one of my hopes, and one of the hopes that Scott and Hanson and I share, is that in this year of newfound time to think, to write, to explore, we hope that it involves many walks on Glass Beach, and that the treasures that you find there think about them as the treasures that you've left with us. So thank you so much, and thanks everybody.